calls and all that kind of stuff, you mean?
Yeah. Always something different.
Does.
Yeah.
You got a vacuum hooked up here.
Yeah. I thought what I'd do is we can check how much airflow we get through it. I've got a wind speed meter.
Holy mackerel.
Guess how fast that air goes through there? 403 miles an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a vacuum you got.
Yeah, and I use this for picking up my lane or my mill, and I tried to get it all out of there. Then I got a tachometer here. We can see how fast it spins.
I gotta get this thing on here. There's
You did a nice job.
not stripped at all. Time to do it, you know.
Right.
When you're old and retired.
Down in there. See those two sleeves?
It looks like it's getting a picture.
It had these in there.
We got it.
Good.
You know, those new gears never came in.
No?
I spent $20-some and they just never come in. There were mostly all that stuff was Chinese, but there was this one company that said Chinese converted stocked in New Hampshire somewhere.
Mm.
But it was a Chinese-based company too, and
Want to get that cross bracket off there?
see how that thing fell out of there.
You said you put a thrust bearing
Yeah,
in there
there's a
rather than that
ball
washer?
bearing thrust bearing in
Nice.
there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. There we go.
And this piece wasn't attached? Is that what you
Well,
were saying the other day?
the first time this thing failed is this pulled out of here, and the way that's made, they cheated whoever tried to fix it, because I guess they couldn't get this piece out of the bottom, and what they did is they put a pin through here and they put a slot in the nut, but really what it's supposed to be is a pin through this collar, and then the nut holds that collar down inside here. And so we were able to get that sleeve out of there and pin that together like it's supposed to be. Then I turned this down. Of course, these were broke off. Had to braze them back on. And we turned this back round, then made those sleeves.
Them weren't tapered to seal?
No, they're just made to fit within a few thousandths of those. And what I did, instead of putting snap rings underneath it, right through this hole, there's a flat place on the top and the bottom. So I just drilled and tapped it, and I put a 1032 set screw, and I put a hole in the
Partly
side
in
of
the ring and
yeah,
partly
and
in the
then
casting.
screwed it in there, and then locked it in. But that's almost dead on 5,000 for the
Good,
minute.
perfect. Yeah, that's really gonna be nice.
Okay.
Yep. You betcha. Can you Trouble is, we can't see you. Well, we'll just have to.
Well, we can take this off if we need to.
You never had that on. Oh, you
Yeah, I took that off because I had to turn this whole thing. What I did is I held this in the chuck, and I stuck my boring bar out far enough to bore it in the lathe.
Yeah.
That was the best, because this flange is not square with the bore, and it's not round with the bore either.
You think they'd have done it all in one shot?
I don't
somehow,
know,
wouldn't you?
I don't know how they did it,
See,
except it seemed to work. This seemed to be concentric with the bore.
Got a little chamfer there, which is what we need. Actually, on the bottom half here, not the top. We don't care about the top.
And I didn't even mess with that chamfer because I only took like 12 thousandths off per side, and it was round.
If that was a square angle, that thing would really kind of not know where it was at. You know? Okay, now we can continue tearing apart when
I tell you what, I'm gonna finish taking this
This
piece.
here had a.
Was there like a gasket there?
No, there was silicone on
Ah, okay. I probably did that when I had it apart last.
that, which I guess maybe that's what you got to do again.
I don't know if it needs to be. Yeah, well, it's gonna leak there if it doesn't seal up.
Yeah, you got to put something on it.
Not that pin.
No, this one right here. We got to find out which way this hole's tapered here and match it up just right. Out of here. Let's see. There's something to tap that pin out with. Are you a steam engine guy?
No, I follow John around. That's all I do.
You work in here, do you?
No.
Oh, you from the showground?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you must be a gas engine guy or tractor guy or something.
Little of all. I ain't never got into steam though.
Over here.
Which way does it go?
This goes out.
Which one looks
This is
bigger?
the big end, I think. Try it. Oh, shit. Now we got an issue, huh?
Kate swept the floor so we can find things.
See which way that's hole's tapered.
Goes in that deep that way.
Maybe it's a straight hole, huh? Straight hole, then.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which way was it tapered here?
Big end, the gear wheel end.
That's the way
Yeah.
it goes. So it goes in from
You
the.
got to remember that now, because I got to put that back in there.
All right, it goes in from the wheel side.
Okay.
Be fun to hear this old girl on the governor.
Yeah, get that governor working right.
Well, after seeing how this was stripped, I'm surprised it worked at all.
Well, that's the old one. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
right. Yeah, there's no adjustment to it. It was just running.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was working a little bit though.
Yeah, it
Kinda
had to be.
limited up in there, but
Yeah, because it didn't run away.
right. Yeah, this stuff here was all wore out in here. They had 2 or 3 washers stacked up, and they were all wore thin,
Yeah.
and that's where I put that ball bearing thrust
Mm-hmm.
bearing up in there. Luckily, I got that in.
Yeah.
That slot's pretty tough shape too.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing will be a lot easier to adjust now. All right, so now.
Okay, how
That's
do you
it.
want to put her on? You want to put her on like this? Or
Yeah, and then we'll turn it when we put it on the tractor.
these set screws out here?
I tacked this on the table. I probably shouldn't have yet. I'll have to move it, maybe.
Is that in too far? No. Well, you gotta just wiggle her. Okay. Well, it's gonna be all right, I guess.
I'm gonna have to move it on the table though to get it lined up, or move that out. Something. Well, we can aim that and turn this,
Yeah, I'll push it a little bit.
right?
Sure. You got a real deal going on. Where did you find this boat?
I bought an old antique water pump, the old
Yeah.
piston pump, and then I stole it and put it on my ice cream churn. And then I stole it off my ice cream churn and put it on here.
Before we tighten these
Pushing
screws.
towards you?
Yeah. Oh, there you
Charlie
go.
getting
Charlie's
scientific.
getting scientific. Yeah.
Well, we gotta put the set screws tight on this then, so this end don't.
There you are. Yeah, you're close enough. We'll wiggle this one.
All right. So I have to chase the belt down, hold on. Yeah.
Around, do we?
Yep.
We didn't get back in time, huh?
You know, I was down in Costa Rica there a month or so ago, and we needed a piece of steel. Had to fix an overhead door, and we needed some square tubing, you know.
Yeah.
At my son's house, and we go to the steel place. So it's like a big hardware's got steel and all kind of. And we bought a 21-foot stick of it was about 7. I think it was metric, but 7/8 tubing, about 16 thick. You know,
Yeah.
not real thin. But $8.30. total.
That's cheap enough.
I says, God, I can't believe that shit.
Wow.
Apparently it's not terrible. I mean, what would that cost here?
Probably 4 times, 5 times that.
30, 40 bucks or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't run. I says, 21 feet? He says, yeah, 21 feet.
Wow.
I was really surprised. I used to buy a lot of steel too. I never heard a price like that.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it. You get that thing in there?
Well, I'm trying not to scar the deal. Here, grab something here and either you gotta go up or down or something.
I can't even find the hole.
Okay. There it is. I see it.
I didn't put that on very tight. I didn't want to.
Okay.
See, I ran out of hands.
Gonna have to grab her a little tighter.
No, I just didn't want to stay ahead of the.
Okay.
No, something happened there. Maybe you can look in from the backside.
Oh, it don't work. Go ahead.
There we are. There we are. Got her. There she goes. Or something. I'm gonna get over here to do it.
Oh wow.
And you'll get in there trying to do something like that, and it'll take the piece away from you.
Need something heavy to back it up.
Yeah. Actually, it's good enough for what we're gonna be doing. You're gonna be taking it apart,
That's
right?
true. I gotta get that off.
Okay, it'll,
I gotta put like a spark plug out there. I'm gonna,
we'll be leaking a little air, but it's just
Yeah.
the way it is, huh?
yeah. Yeah. Get a little oil in there.
Oops, excuse me. Everything else is
Pretty good?
So little right at the top right there. I did these joints.
Okay.
So
Let's just see how fast we throw the belt off.